Hey everybody, it's me, Buster Green, and here's a quick video of the day. So, Transformers 1 came out this week. I saw it last week. I reviewed it. Check out my review if you liked it and you want to see that I liked it too, because I liked it. Anyway, with that being said, a couple of weeks ago, I did a video about the Power Rangers franchise, how it's in decline, how Hasbro has taken it over and they're not really sure what to do with it. And funny enough, a lot of people were responding to that video saying, hey, what if they made an animated Power Rangers movie? That would be awesome. And then when Transformers 1 came out, everyone liked Transformers 1 so much that they were like, hey, why isn't there like a Power Rangers Origins movie that's animated like this? Well, hilarious story, and it's kind of sad, but apparently there was such a thing at one time. So I usually can't show you guys leaked material like this, but this thing has been leaked and sitting online for nearly 6 years. And because it's made by Saban and Saban no longer owns the rights to the Power Rangers brand, I believe this is just categorized as lost media now. So yeah, the trailer's been out there. It's pretty bare bones. It's just some text introducing the 5 Rangers, showing the 5 Rangers fighting, and then they eventually fight this eyeball monster. The eyeball monster looks a lot like the eyeball monster that was in one episode of the original show, but it seems like his design's been simplified because I think in the show he had a lot more eyes, and they beat him up. Apparently, once upon a time in the year 2014 through 2015, they were making an animated Power Rangers origin movies, supposedly retelling the origin of the original Power Rangers team, the Mighty Morphin team with, Zach, Trini, Billy, all those kids. So I assume if this had ever come out, they would have been fighting Rita Repulsa again, and they would have probably gone to the Green Ranger story at some point. Either way, the trailer ends with them summoning their Megazord. The Megazord looks a little bit janky. That's kind of one of the main controversy points of the project. And then at the end, Trini takes off her helmet. And you might notice that Trini looks an awful lot like Marinette from Ladybug, and that's because this is animated by Zachtoons, the same company that makes Ladybug, and by all accounts, they were making this film while Ladybug was still in development, and there's actually even early development photos of Ladybug where you can see references to this movie as like Easter eggs, but these are not actually in the final show. Now, so this is kind of ancient history, so it's so ancient that it predates my YouTube channel, and that's why I kind of like fully just ignored it. But because of Transformers 1, people started talking about it again. It's kind of trending again. And we even got a little sprinkle of new content here, whereas someone found like these like 4 ancient Comic-Con posters for this project that reveal a little bit more of the details. In the poster leak, there's also a poster for Zach, and Zach looks weird. He looks like not the actor who portrayed him in the original show. He looks more like a random Hispanic kid, so that makes people speculate that there probably would have been some serious like character recasts in this movie and stuff of that nature. The other weird thing about all these posters that they released is all the Power Rangers seem to be extremely ashamed of being Power Rangers. There's this really very sarcastic tone here that I really don't appreciate. It's that old thing like, why are you making superhero movies if you're ashamed of superheroes? And considering this also would have been done by a French animation team, who knows if it would have been good or not. But yeah, so this is a pretty interesting project. It definitely seems to be a retelling of the original Mighty Morphin story, but with like the same animation style as Ladybug. And one thing that is different is that the Rangers' costumes seem to be a bit simplified, and the Megazord has a completely new and not really pleasing design. Some people were saying it looks like the Zeo Megazord. I just think it looks like they took the original Megazord and tried to make a different version of it so they can sell a new action figure. I kind of would have preferred they had just gone with the original since they're going with all the other original stuff. I'm not really into Ladybug, but the only character they show on screen is Trini, who looks suspiciously like Ladybug. So, I mean, if you're into Ladybug, I guess this is like a huge gushing moment for you that like, I guess Ladybug and the Power Rangers are like loosely connected on this like weird like tangential level. The film is lost media, so there's really nothing much to go on with this. The only other thing that's come out since the video was initially leaked 6 years ago is one of the background artists who worked on it leaked a background shot they did of just the city, and it looks like a pretty standard city, but it's dynamic, so that's cool. But yeah, long story short, what seems to have happened is I'm not sure exactly what killed this project, but it seems like it died because Saban wasn't quite sure what to do with the franchise. And ultimately, the main reason it died was it seemed to have gone canceled out so that they could release the Lionsgate Power Rangers movie instead. It seems like whatever progress was made on this movie was immediately just canceled and thrown in the trash so they could go all in on the Lionsgate Power Rangers movie, which, as everyone knows, was a failure and kind of didn't make anyone happy. Now, once again, with Transformers 1 trending and being like a success, I guess people are wondering if there's any way they can go back to this idea. And I mean, I don't think there's any way to go back to it. I think best case scenario, maybe they could do it again. Maybe they could make a new Power Rangers animated project. They could even hire Zach Toons again, but I believe because this version was started by Saban, there'd be no way to like full on revive it. But nonetheless, because Transformers 1 is trending, people are like randomly rallying to revive it, and that's kind of cool. So yeah, what do you think? Would you want an animated Power Rangers movie? Is an animated Power Rangers the best way to move the franchise forward for a new generation? And for that matter, if there is an animated Power Rangers movie, should it just be a retelling of the same live action story we saw 20 years ago? Like, I'm completely down for a new animated Power Rangers movie, but I'm not sure if it makes sense for it being the Mighty Morphin team unless it was like a gritty adaptation of the comics. Like, they've been doing some great stuff in the comics lately, and I would honestly like be fully on board if they ever like adapted like the Lord Drakkon storyline from the comics as like a really cool dark animated movie, like the way DC does all the standalone Batman comics as like these short straight to DVD movies. I think that would be really awesome. But yeah, otherwise, I guess leave a comment if this idea interests you, because otherwise there's not much else I can say about it. All right, I'm going back to streaming Gundam Breaker. Oh, by the way, that reminds me, I started a Twitch channel. If anyone has Twitch, please follow me because I need 50 followers to get monetized. And right now I'm only 45 away, so help me out. All right, good night, or later.